my dance make it hurt.
Shalom and welcome to part 3 of discussing and revealing the Sod of Sepher Yirah. With that being said, the links to obtain a physical and digital copy of Sepher Yirah, the PDF being completely free, will be left in the description box below. And if you'd like to support, there'll be links to Patreon. Of course, feel free to check out TikTok and comment, suggestions, anything else. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, in our last video, we left off on Aleph separates Mem from Shin. The air separates the liquids and the solids from the fire. Every planet will be liquids and solids, the principle of Mem, liquids, and Mem Sophit, solids, separated from a centralized star, which is Shin, by space, which is Aleph. And if it has life, it will be land and sea, separated from the stars by space, in every corner of the universe. If it has no life, it will be solid mass, separated from a centralized star, Shin, by space, Aleph. This means that before existence or dimension existed, principles first existed, and these principles are above both time and space, as will be further demonstrated. And every body will be divided by this principle, as the head that sees and transmits information via light, Shin, will be separated from the stomach, Mem, liquids and solids, processing solids and liquids together by the lungs, Aleph, breathing air. And it will be for every form in existence, including dinosaurs, further demonstrating this principle is beyond both time and space. Every animal, bird, insect, fish will all be divided in this likeness, demonstrating the quantum nature of these principles that precede creation. It is written, I have kept the Lord before me at all times. And so the conscious recognition of his awe places him before us at all times. He is one, and we and this universe are one. Furthermore, the face is divided in the same likeness. The eyes, attributed to Shin, see light, are separated from the mouth, Mem, and Mem Sophit, solids and liquids, by the nose, breathing Aleph, the air. It will be like this for every creature in existence, whether an alien, animal, angel, demon, or any other thing placed before you. It will be above all things the reflection of this principle, and by default less than the principle itself. As such, every god that had an image and religion will all be under these principles, and thus less than and unified by the source of all. This principle will be touched upon and expounded upon later in section 4. And it was explained over 100 million years ago. This principle represented everything in existence. The plants of that time and the creatures of that time all demonstrate this principle. Thus we can see the word here is beyond time, as everything in the process of time is reflective of that order. Being the dinosaur, its eyes that see the light, separated from its mouth, taking in liquids and solids, by its nose that breathes the air, and its head that processes light, sends electrical signals through its body, light signals, separated from its stomach, processing liquids and solids, by its lungs that breathe the air. And if, in the future, alien life forms reveal themselves, they are created from the same principle, this being Aleph separates Mem from Shin. And there truly is no division in Hashem. Thus, the same truths that reflect order in this world reflect order in all worlds. And the reason is that the dimension itself is constructed in a fractal way. Based on these principles, as will be further demonstrated. How can I know this? In every corner of the universe, we will see this principle, as every system will be composite of planets, liquids and solids, which are liquids and solids separated from a centralized star Shin by Aleph, space. And this will be the case with all corners of the universe. Thus, this principle, which is reflective in our environment, is across the spectrum of space and time. Everything in existence is reflective of this perfection of order. These laws are the truth of Hashem that fills all things, and originally referred to as the life of the worlds. And it was stated by many traditions, the Logos, or the Word, created all things, and truly, this is the case. All cultures reflect the order of these principles. All descriptions of a deity in which a physical representation exists is a reflection of this order, and by default is a reflection of, and thus not, the source of this order. As a result of this, all things are created under this order, and that nothing in existence is outside of that order. This same order divided our seasons, space, time, creature, man, environment, and more. Truly Hashem is one, and it was stated of the sages, in him is no division. All is under the same command of the Creator of all things, whether a demon or an angel. All is a reflection of this order, and one should not fear death if they behold the glory of their Master. We will see demonstrated in the animal and fish kingdom the same principles, eyes on top of the nose and nose on top of the mouth. This is a result directly of the principle of order, reflecting in a multi-dimensional, fractal way the order of its existence. There is no division between us and the world around us. The head will be on top of the chest, and the chest on top of the stomach. Blessed are you, Hashem, who has filled the universe with the glory of your beauty and the awe of your light. Consciously see the glory of your Master, and you will have fulfilled the verse, I have kept the Lord before me at all times. And similarly, I will meditate upon your Torah day and night, the Torah of Atziluth and the Torah of Beriah, Hashem's truth and the reality of his creations. Eyes on top of the nose on top of the mouth, eyes to see the light, separated from the mouth taking liquids and solids by the nose that breathes the air. The head sending light, separated from the stomach processing liquids and solids by its lungs. Every plant in existence will utilize photosynthesis, Shin, covered by its respective absorbed light, separated from its roots, Mem, and the earth drawing liquids, taking in liquids and solids by its leaves, Aleph, converting atmospheric substance. Whether grass, tree, bush, kelp, or otherwise, its likeness will be after this principle, and there is no division. Us and the environment we live in are one. Being able to consciously recognize divinity in existence is the gift of the king. It is written, the beginning of wisdom is Yerat, awe of Hashem. So every plant chooses color from the light, separated from its roots in the earth drawing liquids, from its leaves converting atmospheric substance. Aleph separates Mem from Shin. Everything. And it is for the holy place, as the altar of incense, the symbol of Aleph, is separated from the shewbread, the symbol of Mem. By the menorah, the symbol of Shin, the fire. And these are the sod of the 22 letters. For the shewbread was presented with 2 stacks of 6 loaves of bread, creating 12. The menorah had 7 branches, and similarly there were 3 objects, being the altar of incense, the shewbread, and the menorah itself. This being 3, 7, and 12, creating 22, and the secret of the letters. So with that being said, this concludes part 3 of the Sod of Sepher Yirah. Shalom and Selah.